step right up. Beyond the threshold of this theme song lies the greatest show you've ever heard. A podcast where the topic is everything our fine specimens can think of. That's right, sit on down and have yourselves a listen to GroupCast. At center stage is Casey, creator of the show and part-time llama enthusiast.
What's going on?
In the animal tent is Erica, the tumbler wonder, single snake charmer, and long scarf wearer.
What if marshmallows didn't squish?
On a soapbox somewhere in the hedge maze is Lennon, the comedian with the heart made of video games.
One more time.
In the Hall of Mirrors is Dave, the extreme, astounding,
This is the way the podcast ends. Not with a bang, but with goose noises.
In the secret library is Tara, whose love for space velociraptors is nearly as intense as her blue hair.
Well, shit.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin.
Well, hey everybody! Welcome to the finale
I'm dying.
episode.
Oh
No,
no!
excuse me, Casey. This is the grand finale.
The grand finale. Which
We're,
is
Since
we're
when
a
have we
little
ever
better
been
than
grand?
regular
What if
finales.
it's just the okay finale?
Not if I have anything
It's
to
the
say about it.
mediocre.
I forgot my
finale.
party hat. Am I?
No, it's cool. I brought
welcome
one
to
for
the
you.
welcome to the GroupCast decent finale.
The decent finale.
Decent finale.
No, it's
That's
the-
what I'm going to call this
It's
episode.
noise.
It's the finale.
The finale?
Just put it on while
That-
you're playing
okay.
something.
Put that into a word. Use letters to make that sound.
I don't think those letters exist.
It's just E's that change case very.
Yeah.
Stephen
It's like-
Hawking.
It's like when I was in elementary school and the music teacher, she would get us warming up by picking someone every day to draw just random things on the board. Like, you'd have to draw a line going up and down and zigzag and loop-de-loop, and then we had to make the sound with the line. So it was like,
I remember that.
and that's what we did at the beginning of every class.
I
That-
forgot of
oh,
that
dear.
forever until just now.
I
That sounds familiar, but I don't think it had anything
we
to do
were
with
we
the
were
line.
forced to do.
And for us, it
It
was
was-
just you drew the line
I
wherever you
remember
wanted.
What class was
something
that?
with warm-ups. I don't know.
That was with the music teacher I had, Miss Newland.
Nice. I think my
I don't
music
know
teacher
if she-
did it too.
Fetra
Yeah.
was there
Newland.
a long time, but you didn't have Miss Newland.
That's who it
She
was. It was, yeah.
Miss Nolan left and got married to a woman somewhere. That's all I know.
There
She was nice.
Ran off to Tahiti.
Nobody's heard from her since.
I
Except women.
was forced into taking chorus in 5th grade. Everybody had to take chorus when they were in 5th grade in high
Really?
school. So, and
I was
we
just-
had...
Was
we
it,
had
was it the recorder chorus? Because that's what we had to do.
no,
The
there
recorder.
was that.
The recorder.
There was that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I think everyone dreaded the chorus.
Everybody knows my heart will go on.
All parents just went in with sunglasses and coats up. over them.
And the old chuck wagon.
Yeah. Those were the two.
Jesus
Those
Christ.
are the only two recorder songs that exist.
One
Tara,
time-
Tara, you're the outsider here.
Yeah.
You didn't play the recorder? What's wrong
I
with you?
did, but we learned like
Oh.
Another One Bites the Dust and classic
Ooh,
rock songs.
what the
I
god
know.
damn?
Is it just me, or
I
did
got
my
chased.
school just never learn anything good on recorder?
No, we
I
didn't.
learned-
'Cause there's nothing good on the recorder.
Well, I mean,
There's
I don't-
nothing.
I don't
Was I
remember
the
learning
outlier
any
here?
of the songs.
There's nothing
Well,
good on the
All
recorder.
I remember
For me,
is
it
hot
was-
cross buns
It was
and
hot
Mary
cross
had a
buns
little
for
lamb.
days.
That's it.
Hot cross buns for days.
That's the entire library of the recorder.
But I don't remember anything
We went
else.
Hot
Like,
Cross
we-
Buns, Another One Bites the Dust,
didn't
and
do that.
I think we did Smoke on the Water.
Just like 30 out of key.
Should I go get my...
I would be
graders.
willing to bet
Third
that if you
graders
look hard
doing-
enough on the
I know where my
internet,
recorder
you'll
is.
be
Should I
able
go
to
get
find
it?
somebody
No.
playing that song with their nose.
There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
harmonizing or anything. It's just 30 of the same notes every single
Our
time.
teacher was so dedicated, she carved our names into them. So
Yeah.
once
Yeah,
we
she
bought
did.
our recorders, she was like, all right, come here. And she pulled out, looked like a tattooing gun. It was just like,
Yeah, I think it was, honestly.
she's a tattoo artist on the side.
Yep. It's actually pretty cool.
Fancy.
But yeah, when I was in forced into chorus in 5th grade, 'cause
Enforced.
everybody had to take chorus.
Yeah.
We had like the most evil chorus teacher of all time.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Every warm up, she we would have to like do scales.
Alright.
But
Oh, yeah, with the recorders?
No. This
Oh,
is
singing. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Chorus? No.
We
Sorry.
had to do different different scales.
Yeah.
And she was like, not good enough. Let's go again. Not good enough. Let's go
You're
again.
only
You
10,
know she's
but you're
dealing
not
with
good
fifth
enough.
graders,
Yeah,
right?
Do it again
half
and
the
do it
frickin'
better.
And like some of the kids were going through early puberty, so the boys couldn't decide which
And the
which,
room
which
suddenly
octave
goes
to
red
go.
and flames come up from the ground. And then you hear whoa in the background. You're like, oh shit, we're in hell. It's actually hell.
I thought
Do
it was
it again, or
ZZ
you have
Top.
to do sheep
Carl.
sacrifice.
ZZ Top
Everybody
becomes
knows you
your
don't
music
like it.
teacher, and now he goes, all right, guys. And then everyone goes,
ZZ Top music teacher.
Then Elvis comes in the room.
I think that's his whole scale. All right, everybody, here we go.
And like I said, then Elvis comes in the room, and
He just slides back out.
And then somebody comes out with the quarter.
then someone comes in with a kazoo. Then you got Steven Tyler with the harmonica. All right, guys, stop.
This has gone pretty far.
David Bowie comes in.
No, he can't.
I'm new
No,
here,
he can't.
guys. Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm new here.
No, he's done.
Oh no.
And then Alan Rickman, what are you doing here?
What music class is this?
What is Alan Rickman doing there?
I don't know. I was just naming people that just recently died.
There were a lot of them.
There's
I
a
know.
lot of them,
The
yeah.
first 2 weeks
Abe
of this,
Vigoda.
the first
Jesus
2
Christ,
weeks
don't
of this
tell about it.
year.
A
Well,
week
he
ago,
died 30
someone.
years ago. He's kind of like the Keith Richards of acting.
A week ago, there was a post. Leslie Nielsen just died. No, that happened 5
That
years
happened
ago.
a long time
Then
ago.
today, it was Joe Cocker died. Yeah, that was last year.
Yeah. Well,
And then I saw a post that said,
somebody has to die every day or 2016.
Everybody's dying, and I can't get off
Yeah.
the ride. God damn it!
It's
and
kind
then
of like it's like spinning the wheel on The Price is Right. If somebody has to die on every day of 2016, or it doesn't count, and you don't get to spin again.
well,
It always goes back to The Price is Right. Why not Wheel of Fortune?
Because Wheel of Fortune's lame.
yeah,
It's not. It's really not.
I love
But
Geography.
Price is Right will always be funnier than Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
That's
That
just a
part's
rule
true.
for some reason.
Yeah.
So I don't know why the Pennsylvania Lottery decided to make a Price is Right instant game.
I
That
don't
doesn't
Oh,
work.
because they needed the theme.
You know what I think is funny?
How?
I think
Nothing?
it's funny that they stopped using the gross-ass, unwashed puppets.
I was about to say that.
It's
about to say that.
It's finally CGI.
Okay.
What puppet?
Okay.
The fucking lottery groundhog.
Un-
He's not a puppet anymore.
they
He's
stopped
animated. He's
using him?
CGI now.
Oh, thank
Unpopular
God.
He
opinion.
looks worse. He looks
Unpopular opinion. I like the puppet.
to borrow.
I was
know-
okay with the
Well,
puppet.
to borrow a phrase from JonTron, he looks like a poop rat now.
He does.
Speaking of
Well,
puppets
no,
and
hold on. I just wanted to say,
Speaking of puppets.
I think it's funny about that commercial because they unveiled or whatever the CG
Yeah.
rodent
Yeah.
by
He
by-
looks like somebody
To a
took a
resounding-
shit that came out with buck teeth and a grandpa sweater.
and,
Ed.
and he's walking around the city or whatever wherever he is like
Tipping people with lottery
dating
tickets.
people with lottery
Yeah.
tickets. Hey man, that's a nice steel guitar jam you're going on with. Here, let me give you a lottery ticket.
That's the lamest tip
He
ever.
he paid for like a gyro with a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Oh, I do that all the time. But did you know that the cartoon Trix Rabbit is gone now?
Really?
He was replaced by a real rabbit.
There's
Now-
no way that works.
What?
No, it's true.
There's no way that is going to work
There
out.
was a contest for the new rabbit, and they wanted to find the cutest real rabbit. So now it's this white rabbit that's got like little light-colored brown spots, and now he goes on the cereal box instead of the Trix Rabbit. So I don't know how the commercials are
What
going to
is
work.
this
The
world
commercials
coming
just going
to?
to be.
I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off on that until I actually see it in the
Yeah.
stores. Because when I do see it in the stores, I'm gonna lose faith in humanity.
Well, I bet it's one of those
Put
like
links.
part-time promotional things.
off the
Maybe.
ride.
You know,
I
it'll
also-
last for like a month.
I also wanted
Probably.
to say, I think it's funny that the commercials for the Pennsylvania Lottery had the gross ground or the regular CG groundhog, but
Yeah.
on the freaking lottery tickets, it's got the gross unwassed puppet.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's so
they can't
hideous.
even. They
That's
can't.
It
even
really looks
commit.
like they haven't watched that puppet since 1985.
They probably haven't. They probably
It says-
haven't.
They just toss him in a closet somewhere, and then they
I'm
get
looking-
to the commercial, they drag him out.
I'm looking at the article, and
Covered
it says,
in
next time
mothballs.
you're in the grocery store, you might notice something different
God.
about the Trix
Oh
boxes.
God, it's real.
And
It
if he
is
sees
real.
his shadow, it's 2 more weeks of lottery.
That was good.
That's a Groundhog Day joke.
Hey, There's only one movie based off Groundhog Day.
Is it?
It's Groundhog.
And it's Groundhog
Groundhog
Day.
Makes sense.
Which is actually a very, very good movie.
This rabbit can't keep his ears up. He's a floppy rabbit.
Floppy rabbit.
He looks like a white, like, little snowball. Like those snowball cookies with ears
Like the
flopped
thing you're
down.
talking into?
Ooh. I bet that's how the guy from ZZ Top laughs.
Maybe.
So that's where Heath got it from.
Yeah,
He just can't
exactly.
do it as well.
Heath is if ZZ Top shaved their beard.
Yes.
And also sped up, because it's not...
Because he's on speed.
It's...
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So earlier...
So how was last week, guys?
I got trapped in the
Snow.
house.
There was no school forever.
I know, right?
School's
I
out
was-
for Blizzard.
School's out. Aha.
Did anyone
I
see
just switch it up.
Did anyone see the sign, like, when you're in Philadelphia and you're on the Schuylkill?
The
There's
Schuylkill.
the Schuylkill. There's signs where it says, like, if you want to get to this road, it's going to take you this long or
Oh,
whatever.
you're right, yeah.
All the signs said
Said,
Blizzard.
go fuck yourself.
It said
What are you doing out here? Go back inside.
it said blizzard warning from Saturday morning till Sunday morning.
Uh-huh.
But the B lights weren't working, so it said lizard warning. So
I saw that. I did see
Philadelphia
that.
had a lizard warning. Can you
That's
just,
awesome.
just
Jesus Christ. That sounds terrifying.
oh, man.
What was that episode?
I love when snow falls. It just sounds so quiet.
What
That's
was-
the lizards falling.
What was
Sound
that
of a
episode
wet
of The
slapping
Simpsons
lizard.
where they were overrun with lizards? You remember
I
that
couldn't,
one?
I couldn't tell you.
And then they're like,
I
well,
honestly
we'll get
couldn't tell you.
snakes to get all the lizards, but then we'll be overrun by snakes. Well, we'll get apes that eat the lizards that eat the snakes.
So how long did it take for everyone to get plowed out? I heard a rumor that they don't plow the lake.
They do plow the lake, but they don't let PennDOT in.
Okay, it's just specific.
Communist.
It's one
For
truck
us-
with a plow.
It's one, yeah, it's
Actually,
literally
the
one
way
plow truck.
Yeah,
Ooh.
the way I said
God
it made
bless
it
that
sound
man.
like they plow the
Really.
lake.
Yeah.
They snowplow
Yeah.
just goes out in the lake and
That's
just
that's how they
snow.
that's how
and
they
put it
shove it in
someplace
the-
else.
that's how they refill the lake. They push all the snow into the lake, and when it melts, you have a lake.
Actually,
It's
kind
flawless.
of.
It's a
I'm
flawless.
So how long
surprised.
did it take for everyone to get plowed out? Or were you home or you
No,
stayed
he
I
at
was
was
school?
at
at
Paris'
my
house.
house the whole time.
How long
and
did it take you to get plowed
The
out?
township never came to our street. They went through once with the plow, not even the whole way down. So it took until Monday at like noon for the road to be visible,
Oof.
and that's whenever he left.
Yeah, everybody on the road was shoveling out the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
imagine so.
you don't have a snowblower, you have
Oh,
an
God.
ATV with a plow attached to it.
Yeah.
I thought you said a
That
TV with a plow attached
Close.
to it.
You're missing a...
That's what it
Just
is.
a flat screen, you push it.
Beautiful.
The Price is Right's on.
It's one of those-
That's great.
That is fantastic.
Oh,
This
man.
is gonna make
600, Bob.
We have PennDOT because ours is a regular road. They went through 8 o'clock Saturday morning when it was, a couple inches on the road.
Yeah.
So the road cleared because it was all the dusty snow. And you could see the road bits and pieces until about 12. And that's when snow quickly went. It was
So
growing.
it did.
It was-
For the
that
people
great.
who don't know what brrrr is,
Yeah.
Got a
We just
And
got a fuck
erection.
ton of snow.
Yeah.
We're
Our-
living in Hoth
We
for
had
like
almost
maybe
3
2
feet,
days.
right? It was almost 3 feet, wasn't it?
no.
No,
Well,
I'm-
close.
It was like 15.
It was
York's-
pretty close.
I
York-
didn't venture outside.
York Springs, they got
You're the smart
34.
one.
Gettysburg
Wow,
got
okay.
27.
Right around. I'll get to
So,
that.
but there was no amount recorded for Biglerville that I saw. So somewhere
Okay.
between 27 and
Biglerville.
34.
Okay.
Well, that's more than 3 feet.
No, it's not.
That's a lot of snowball.
36 is 3 feet,
Oh,
sir.
yeah, that's right. I was thinking of 6, not...
Because rulers.
I'm just gonna go hide.
Measurements.
I'm just gonna go hide and never come
How
back.
many
anyway-
kilometers is that,
I could
Casey?
go
Maybe
live-
you'll do better.
Yeah.
I could go live in a tree and nobody will find me.
But anyway, our road was closed the rest of the day because by the end of the snow, our road was 2 feet under snow,
Yeah.
if not more. And where we are, since we're up on a hill, we got all the wind. We didn't get a little bit of wind.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had drifts out back that were 6 feet.
Wow.
And the plow did not go through at all again until 10 o'clock that night.
Shit.
And it took like a large farm tractor with a plow and 2 plow trucks following it to get 1 lane on our road done.
Now
And that's all they did.
I have a
That's the worst.
I have a snorry that it's a snow story.
Snow
I
story.
figured Snorri.
thought that
That
was
I didn't
wolves talking in
experience,
a
but I
sleep.
heard.
You mean sighing.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Roll
right.
sighing.
That's, yeah, you got it.
He's just sighing.
Sound like SpongeBob in one of those episodes. I've heard my breathing passage.
So I didn't witness this, but I did hear about it, and it's hilarious, and I need to share it.
Okay.
It's hilarious.
So I have these neighbors who live in a very large house and are very, very stupid. These are the people who, like, if you've ever seen the movie Idiocracy, where, like,
I can guess what it's about.
Everybody in the future is a total douchebag.
Oh, yeah, that's
Isn't
right.
Terry Crews the president?
Terry Crews is the president.
I have not
That's
seen
actually pretty
I
awesome.
trust him.
He's president. He's President Camacho.
President.
He's
It's been a long time
he's
since
a
I've seen
professional wrestler, porn star.
Ooh, fun.
But it's besides the point.
Best president.
I'd still trust him.
The breast president.
Oh! This motherfucker just got himself a pardon.
What?
That's what he says at one point.
The pardon.
A pardon.
Where's he from? Boston?
Blasting.
Blasted. We don't know what Oz are. What are Oz?
To anybody who lives in Boston,
They were trying
Is
to
Corn from Boston?
Be disturbed, but good try.
That's the count.
So these,
Oh,
so this family of this family of douchebags lives 2 doors down from me. Not 3 doors down, but 2 doors down.
so close.
I know.
There's only 3 of them.
So close.
It's not their time.
Good one.
So one of them, the oldest of the 4 kids that they have, just as dumb as the rest of them, decides on Friday night, you know what? I'm gonna go out on a joyride. He takes his tiny little Ford Ranger, backs out of his driveway, drives down my road,
And backs into the next house.
and he falls in the ditch across the street from me.
Nice. Beautiful.
It's like,
Not the most joyous of
no,
rides.
not really. That's as far as he got.
It's an
So-
He only got 3 doors down.
Yeah.
So apparently what happened was they, I guess, like, either their dad or one of the other brothers came with not, they didn't get, like, something to pull it out with.
They came with a shovel.
They didn't dig around.
No, I know.
They didn't, like, dig around to, like, allow the truck to be pulled back out.
I just meant the shovel was going to get the car out.
They came
didn't
out
even
with the
bring a
TV plow.
They didn't bring a
I
plow.
love Dr. Phil. We'll get you out of here, but I gotta find out about this lady's issues.
Now that is stinking thinking. They weren't using stinking thinking.
Oh, God, I hate
It sounds like they were.
I just said I hate Phil. I hate Phil.
Damn it, Phil.
Phil.
Fuck you, Phil. Get to your story.
They didn't even bring shovels or plows or anything. They got their, like, not quite tractor, but not quite riding lawnmower. Sort of like...
They got their TV plow.
Basically the in-between of those two things. Like, if you imagine something that size.
Yeah.
They didn't bring a plow. They just, like, attached a chain or something to the back of this truck and pulled. And that was their only method of trying to get this truck out. An hour and a half later, they're like, well,
this isn't working.
fuck it.
We'll leave
Guess
you in the
we're leaving
ditch.
it here.
We'll get you out of here, but right after Judge Joe Brown. Oh, man, he's good.
Is it still there?
No, they took it out.
When did they get it out?
I think the next day.
Wednesday.
Some say it's still there to this day. If you listen real close, you
listen
can
to the
hear
wind.
the, oh, shit.
So, Lennon, how was your road being all mountain and all?
I don't know. I wasn't home. On Thursday evening, I got a phone call from work going, listen, can you come in this weekend?
Can you just live here for free?
I did. I left for work on Friday morning. I worked Friday morning. I worked Friday night. I stayed there Friday overnight. I worked Saturday morning. And I worked Saturday night. And I stayed there overnight Saturday.
Yeah.
I can see where this is going.
And I worked Sunday morning.
When did you actually get out of there?
Sunday afternoon.
Did they at least give you like a nice
you were able to?
Good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My shift ended Sunday morning at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to my room until about 4. When I'm going to actually...
So you left late afternoon.
I did, yeah. Just so I knew everything would be fine.
Yeah.
By then. And it was. It was an easy trip.
Yeah, plows were they were starting to go through the main roads really early. They came back through our road again to shovel out 2 inches more to
Yeah.
each side. 2 inches.
You see, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah.
I spent my entire blizzard in a store looking out a window
Of
at
white.
the blizzard and going, bunch of suckers.
Nobody's getting. I bet
Shit, thank
barely
God I'm not
anybody
out
showed
there.
up.
Exactly.
From the road to our mailbox, from actual road to our mailbox, there was a good 6 foot wide part of snow.
Oh, shit.
That's how much was on each
That's
side.
tough.
Yeah.
That's too bad. I'd have to shovel shit. They did all the cars in the parking lot with a snow blower, so when I got out, my
nice.
car was done.
Nice.
I didn't really have any snow in my car. There was the most snow that was on my
I
car
parked my
was
car
what
in a garage. Yeah.
So did I. That was
Smart.
I
fantastic.
could have, because my mom ended up having to live at work too, and I
Yeah.
thought about it, but all I had to do the next day was brush off like a little bit on my windshield, and then what Dad got on my car from the snowblower. That was it, and it simply was just ha 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 ha.
Yeah, we
The ZZ Top concert on his TV looks amazing.
were stuck inside for a total of 4 days, and
Wow.
her mom.
Oh, were you in Lancaster?
No, I live in York.
Close enough.
Did Lancaster get it the worst?
I think York got it the worst.
school district of Lancaster
Oh, yeah, they closed
had
for a
no
week.
school all week.
Huh, okay.
Jesus.
All week.
That's bad.
Fuck.
Yeah. York had a blizzard warning, but most of their schools were still closed Wednesday, except for, like, Northern York was open, Hanover,
Except
stuff
for-
like that. They were open,
All the pussy schools
but
were
more
closed.
like southern and then eastern side of York, the, like, school district of York, the city
You live on
schools.
the eastern side, right?
Yeah, I live like right in the north. Like, actually, no, it'd be right about the eastern part.
Yeah,
And
so
it's
the-
on top of a hill, so we got like the most
The
snow.
closer you got to Lancaster, the worse it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
So-
Lancaster, I don't know what the amounts were for Lancaster, but they got the most.
Sucks
So
to be
her-
them.
So Tara's mom was pretty much like, I'm not going to exhibit any responsibilities, I'm just going to go hibernate. So, we...
Shoot bear.
No,
That's how she said
She-
that to
oh
them.
god, the waveform. Look at that. Terrifying.
Salmon.
Let me just go out downstream real
That sounded more like Ray Romano than a bear.
Salmon.
Salmon. Abra. Abra.
So we were just domestic as fuck all weekend. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't drive anywhere
I was-
from Friday early afternoon until
Focus, Erica.
it's gone.
Focus.
Wednesday.
Off into the ether.
And it's just fucking gone.
Oh.
And now
I
I'm
know, it literally is gone. What the hell?
So what did we do with our time while we were away? Because I stood in the store.
Yay.
I was called into work a couple times, but I decided to turn off my phone and not answer because 2 of my coworkers ended up running the entire store all weekend,
Nice,
and
that's
they
pretty
slept
good.
in the office.
Um,
I didn't have to go to work.
Not good for you.
And then our
Actually, what I did, I was hanging out with my my girlfriend because she was snowed in with me. But I actually went on a binge of cringe videos.
a cringe binge.
And there's actually a channel called Cringe Binge.
Nice.
Somewhere.
Ah,
What are
clever.
cringe videos?
Is
Just
that an actual question?
Well,
or
I
is-
mean, like, I didn't know
Well,
if it was like the name of like a
it's-
series, like a pod. Like,
Oh,
Is
no.
that cereal?
No.
series.
Ooh,
It's-
I love my cringeos.
I didn't know. So, would it be kind of like the?
It videos of like
You
people
immediately-
doing stuff like socially awkward people doing stuff that make you just go, oh, I don't know.
Oh, I thought you meant like lots of just like collages of lotus pods, and then I just went, help!
Well, it makes people have similar reactions.
Okay.
But it's people being awkward,
Okay.
Yeah,
stupid,
see,
and just like
I cannot stand
It's
cringe
interesting.
comedy.
Can we write a script for cringeos?
if only if you're the one who actually like needs to be in the video.
How'd that look again, Dave?
Well, see, the thing is, you immediately your joke is not funny because you laughed at it.
Your watch
I
is
know.
on.
It was so good, though.
But
Oh, I thought maybe you got something.
I don't know.
It's-
It's interesting. I actually had a really hard time starting off.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure why I started watching them in the first
But
place.
once you pap, you
it-
can't stab.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It makes me A, feel a little bit better about myself, and B, it it shines a light on the weird people in society,
There are a lot of them.
which there are.
Well, yeah.
Anything from like people like there was this one girl who streamed on Twitch who was just like complete, like, I don't know if it was an act, it might have been, but she just was completely like stupid and just like rambling
Was
on
it
about a
Casey
bunch
Tron?
of like weeaboo stuff. And,
Weeaboo?
Was it
dear.
Sarah Palin?
What's a weeboo?
Excellent question, because there are a lot of those. It's like a
Oh
it's
my
a
God.
person.
Is it like a Furby, but just like just round?
I want.
You know,
we need to
you
read
might
that.
be. You might be. I don't think you're as far off as you think you might be.
Kind
So
of
a
close.
weeboo is a Furby
It's-
that's round?
No.
It's a fan of it. It's like taking
It's
a person who's a fan of anime
Or
to
Japanese
the
culture.
extreme.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
what?
know, somebody who is not Japanese but identifies themselves as like a person who
Kawaii
like,
desu
culturally.
moimo.
So,
Ugh.
somebody who culturally identifies
I need to
as
report that
Japanese
I think you
without
do.
knowing anything about the culture,
So they only
just completely based off of
So
it.
they just kind of like hentai, and that's about it.
That could be part of it.
Possibly.
That could be a
Octopus
section of it.
sex.
But I'm talking about like they believe that they're like in their soul that they're actually Japanese
Are
because
they
they watch a shit
other
ton of anime.
So
No,
they're,
there's
they're,
not-
they're
yeah.
transracial.
they're
You
like
have to get it
Furbies
right.
trapped
Oh,
in
of
the...
course.
I'm still
That-
thinking
that-
Furby. Like a weeboo is
Honestly-
like a baby Furby or something.
Keep thinking that. Keep thinking that.
It's better than the actual thing.
Now
Well,
I'm picturing
it's-
a little
Yeah.
baby
I
Furby
know.
trying to speak Japanese.
Yeah.
I'd be offended, I think.
Everything from like I saw everything from like otakus, the weeaboos.
Ooh, tacos.
Ooh, tacos.
Otakus are extremely obsessed with certain things, like certain shows, certain music, and they
I was thinking about the website
just Japanese
Kotaku.
based.
Oh.
And they take it to the nth level of trying to blend Japanese into their speech. And
That was my ex-clam in Texas.
That sounds like
Oh, my ex-clams live in Texas.
that really sounds like a steamy romance novel. My ex-clam from Texas. Somebody
pretty
draw
sure-
that.
I'm
Keith-
Somebody
sure
draw
I saw
that.
that.
Keith can write it.
Keith?
Keith can write it.
Ex-clam from Texas. I love it.
She tried to put Japanese culture into every part of her day.
Then
Every
you know,
sort.
then you know what I'm
then you
talking
dated a
about.
weeb.
Then you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I didn't date her. She was just a clam.
Okay, then weeb.
I never met her before.
Ex-clam, Erica.
She was my ex-clam.
Emos, furries
Emos.
acting really weird.
Ugh.
Otherkins, just all the
Munchkins.
weird shit that you can find on the internet condensed into like video form.
So then,
Oh, dear.
okay.
Can we pause for a sec?
Okay, yeah.
Erica, do you know what an otherkin is?
Ooh.
Who
I'm
would
sorry.
like to take the field?
I'll take the field. I will get
Take
this.
it.
Well, you can get it.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I will interject as I see fit.
Another kid is someone who there's furries where people are
Bestiality?
sort of. It's people who are attracted to anthropomorphic animals.
Okay.
Did you-
Otherkin,
Can I interrupt again?
yes,
I just
They're
saw
like
something
girls
that
that wear
Roll
tails.
shared on Facebook
no,
last,
that's
literal-
just
that's
last
still
night,
furry.
Tails.
where
That's furry.
Yeah.
people keep sending furry porn of Tony the Tiger to the
saw
Frosted
that. Yeah.
Flakes
I saw
Twitter.
that.
What? And there are furry Twitter accounts that are, every time Tony the Tiger tweets, they hop on that and say just the grossest thing.
Literally.
Yeah.
Has
hop on that.
has anyone
Oh.
seen the new video
Makes me
released
so
where
Makes me so
it's
happy.
a girl who believes that she was born a cat?
That is
There
what
you
another
So
are.
she wears
That's
cat
what it
ears
is.
and
No, see, an otherkin.
tail.
The difference
and,
between furries and otherkin is furries are attracted to it. Otherkin believe they are that thing.
okay, well that's her.
That they have the soul of a
She was
cat.
like, I was born with a genetic disorder.
But it goes
I was a
further than
cat.
that.
Yeah.
It goes further than that. Some people believe, oh, I'm like some people say, oh, I'm catkin or wolfkin or bear,
Treekin.
treekin.
Can I be
Dragonkin.
lob- Can I be
Dragon-
lob-
There's
There's a
mythical,
lot of
there's mythical
dragonkin.
creatures.
The treekin
There's mythical
people don't
creatures.
get
But there are also
Can I be a
ghostkin.
crabkin?
Ghostkin.
Ghostkins, where they have
That's
the
a new
soul
one.
of a ghost
Then
inside
there's
them.
fiction.
And then they
We'll
they
get
eat
there.
soup.
There is.
They eat
there
a lot of
is.
soup.
The ghosts eat a lot of soup.
They do.
Then there's demonkin and angelkin, people who believe they are actually demons.
Lobsterkin.
Lobster, that's probably a
I'm
thing.
sure.
And then there's
At least somebody.
fictionkin, where people believe
They are certain
actual
characters.
fictional characters. Like somebody out there believes they're Dilbert. Or something like that.
Of all the people,
Nobody
like
believes
Dilbert.
they're Dilbert.
Why did I almost went to say Dilbert Dodfrey.
But
Godfrey.
this all brings in why
I really hate where I work at my office. Deborah, stop being such a slut. My boss is a jerk.
London, time to draw that.
Dude, you
Dilbert
gotta...
Godfrey.
Dilbert Dodge.
You have the voice down so good for that. We
I
have to
can
do
feel
something.
it in my vagina.
We have to do something with that.
I think we should. I'm not orange enough, though.
Dilbert Godfrey. I think
Dilbert
enough.
Dodfrey.
ought to be
I
fantastic.
just need to find some Dilbert comics
Yeah.
and read them in his
Oh,
voice.
yes! Instant hit.
There we go.
I
There we
swear
go.
to God, that's an instant
We're
hit.
going to do that from now on
We've
the new
got
on
podcast.
fire.
I'm gonna
We've
fi-
got-
This
I'm gonna
is
find
now
one.
a pitch. This is now a pitch.
Dilbert Dodfrey.
Coming back to that though, see, this is why I couldn't stop. Are you?
It's too funny.
I'm just gonna.
It's
you
brilliant.
keep
This is
talking.
almost as good as Group
gone.
Groupie.
You keep talking. I will look for something.
But all of this, oh my God, they're dead. They are dead. I'm dead. I'm dead inside.
Just the prospect of, I think it should be Dilbert Gottfried, so it might hit a little bit better as to what it is.
Yeah.
But good fucking God, I love
Yeah.
this idea.
Yeah, we need to keep that as an idea whenever we start doing
All right, Dave,
videos and stuff like that.
please continue.
Continue.
I'm good.
Well,
I'm good.
All,
I'm good.
all this
Dying.
all this stuff is why I kept watching it. It just, you find so much weird shit that people believe. So she's really gone.
He's gone. It's alright. It's alright. We'll mute her or something.
My.
Cool. Anyway,
But
My faith. My faith.
Dave, go on.
that's pretty much how I spent my entire time snowed in, looking at weird people
Awkward
on the
thing.
internet.
Yeah. That's
with
called
my
the Drunken
girlfriend.
Peasants podcast. I don't know if you've ever listened to them.
I watched some of the amazing
Amazing.
atheist
Amazing
videos,
method.
and he does talk a lot about like some like weird people and stuff.
Oh,
like that. But I haven't
the
seen
Drunken
their
Peasants
podcast.
is nothing but them and
Oh, that's
weird
it?
people. Yeah.
Ooh.
No, it's fantastic.
Ooh.
It's
I
really
just
good.
that out
I
there.
binged Downton
It's
Abbey.
great.
Downton
We
Abbey.
watched
Downton Abbey.
half a season of Sirens.
Sirens.
You'll get to know a man by the name of Brett Keane and his individual situation, and you're gonna fucking
Dorn.
love it. With Dorn, yeah.
Dorn.
Riders of the situation. Into this world we're born. I beat my wife, Dorn. Riders of the situation.
Oh, shit, that sounds great.
It's so fucking awesome.
We should make that like Gilbert or Dilbert Godfrey thing.
Dilbert Dodfrey.
Yeah,
We need to make it into something.
Dilbert Dodfrey.
I think we had pay dirt, gentlemen.
I think so.
I think we had oil.
I think so too. I think this
we
could
hit
become as
oil.
classic as Garfield minus Garfield.
Yeah.
Have you ever
I have.
seen that?
Yes, I love
think
this.
It's genius.
It
They're
is cheap. I think we
depressing
talked
and
about it.
hilarious at the
Probably.
same time.
Poor John.
I know, right? It's like he has an existential
Existential.
an existential
He
breakdown every comic panel.
does.
Because he's talking to no one.
It's fantastic.
Why is
Casey,
his tie up?
Have you found what you?
I'm
were
trying to
for?
find one that's like has him talking with other people.
Yeah.
And he gives the punchline. I
Okay.
haven't found one.
All right.
yet.
Well,
in the
I'll tell you what. While you look for that,
In the meantime, I think we should do.
I think it's time for the final episode of Bad Grammar Reading.
When should I put in the music?
Probably after I say bad grammar reading. I think it'll cue
Well,
in
then it's
nicely.
already
Right now.
started.
It's already
It's
here.
already here.
Can't you hear it, Casey? Can't you hear
Oh,
it?
do you have some?
We only have 5. There's only 5 of them right now. But
I have. Wait. I have 6. Why don't I just read them from? Well, you.
no,
Do you want to read them from my phone?
No.
So you have them all?
No, I'll just hit the ones that
We'll
we
do
have
it
here in
live,
chat.
fuck it.
I think it'll work out.
Okay.
They're alive!
Chapter 1. I only had to do Catholic stuff at Catholic school, not public school. We only said the Pledge of Allegiance.
I think it's Alec Giggins.
Oh, you're right. Alligators. Thank you, Erica.
Apocalypse.
Alligators.
Alligators. That's a state that's like next to Louisiana, right?
Do you have the one about the pocket that my cousin said? Because I
Maybe.
want to read that one if you don't have that.
Oh, I'm not reading them ahead of time, so
Okay.
if I don't mention it,
I will read that
we'll
myself.
hit that as
'Kay.
the epilogue, I guess.
Epilogue.
Because this is Chapter 2. I love when people talk shit on me because I'm not special. Just keep talking shit about me because you have nothing better in your life than that. And you just want to be me because you putting my name out there, you're mouthing. I'm just loving this.
I love that you're
So am I.
putting your name out there, you're mouthing.
Boy, the period must be such a foreign concept to
It
these
is.
people.
Sure
That
is.
key's broken. That key doesn't exist. Let's see. Where's it? Ah, here it is. Chapter 3. Super! How often give you pinky mice?
What?
What?
How often give you pinky mice?
Okay.
I assume that has something to do with your snake.
It was on a
I would hope so.
was on a
Otherwise,
snake.
I have no
Girls,
clue
I'm-
it
what
was
that
on a
I'm
snake
lost.
page. How often give you pinky mice?
What time
Are-
you said it was.
Yeah.
That
Ill.
That's a
that
classic.
half sounds like a question, half sounds like a sexual advance. I have give you pinky.
How
mice?
often give you pinky mice?
Shit, dude, whatever you're into, but I don't know. Once you get once you get mice involved, I think I'm out.
That's it, yeah. Talk to Richard Gere. I don't know. Who I actually met on Friday. He was at the hotel
Oh
on
yes,
Friday.
yes.
Who's that?
Richard
Richard
Gere,
Gere.
the actor.
Yeah, I don't really know who he is. I just know he does Gettysburg stuff. So
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, it was cool to meet him and talk to him. Chapter 4.
that was 3.
It's 4.
4.
Four.
Yeah, it's 4. No, it's
We've read 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Okay.
Chapter 4. I'm just planned. Don't have no money and I have bipolar and it's very hard to get a job when you can't keep your contention. I had a friend type this for me because I would be able to sit here and write this letter to you, so please try and remember me.
So wait,
And bipolar is BY.
It's
So- so
bipolar.
so this guy got a friend. To write this down.
He got the baby in his
the
profile picture.
profile picture is a baby. I'm going to guess that's who typed this.
Yeah.
And I still think they did better than if the person
Oh,
had
yeah.
actually
Yeah.
Probably. That's a scary thought.
Yep.
And then, chapter 5. Actually, it ain't so much the one person, it's the other.
Yes.
Ah,
Okay, now I have two.
Right? You know what I'm saying, guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Erica, pass
I
me
have-
this last
Completely
one.
understand.
Well, I have actually 2 that you did.
2? Okay, well, then send it over this way, and we'll read 6 and
So I just
7.
have to scroll that way for the other one.
Cool. Chapter this one. The dumb bastards here in the GameStop pulled a good one on me tonight.
I think
Dumb.
it's Basters.
Oh, it is. It's
Turkey
Basters.
Dumb Basters, and dumb
Dumb-
doesn't have the B
Dumb
at the end.
that just
Basters.
reminded me of something.
Dumb Basters. What?
Dumb Basters.
It reminds you of something?
Yes. I'll wait until you're done.
Okay,
Oh, okay. Chapter final.
Yeah,
7.
you know.
Chapter 7.
Chapter the last
So
one.
final.
Noting like pocket dialing your mom, you're in your pocket and talking to your goof about something stupid, and your pocket saying hello, hello,
And hello is a W at the end.
and it has a W at the end.
Hello.
Hello.
Noting like pocket dialing.
Your
It's
mom.
like Chinese.
No.
Dialing.
It was like nothing like pocket dialing your mom in your pocket.
Yeah, nothing like pocket dialing your mom in your pocket and telling your girlfriend about something stupid in your pocket, saying pocket,
Pocket,
pocket, hot
mom.
pockets.
Hot pocket.
So there's a meme out there. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, called Foul Bachelor Frog.
Yes.
Yes.
Foul Bachelor Frog is just the most disgusting descriptions of single life. But there's a counterpart to that, Foul Bachelorette Frog, which is probably even more disgusting.
Oh, I haven't showed you guys this picture of my cousin's girlfriend.
Okay.
I showed you.
Well, it's a picture, so that doesn't mean
I'll send it to him to put in the links.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Dun, dun, dun,
It's like
dun,
if the Blob from
dun,
X-Men
dun,
had a kid.
dun.
It was just terrifying when I saw it.
Anyway,
She's a terrifying woman.
Foul bachelorette frog is even more
She's just,
disgusting
like,
than...
got
Shut
5
up, Erica!
necks. She's got 5 necks.
Please.
Sorry.
There's... foul bachelorette frog is even more disgusting than foul bachelor frog. There's one in particular when you said baster.
Oh.
It was one that goes... Sees the turkey baster. No, we've been over this.
Oh, good lord.
Help! 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 Help!
And it's back.
Help! Help! Help!
Okay, so I found a
Where's my
Dilbert
dreams?
comic.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Let's hear.
It's not funny.
Dilbert Dodfrey.
Well, no, it's Dilbert.
It's
That
Dilbert.
explains a lot.
So here we go.
If you don't work in an office, Dilbert is not
It's a
funny.
discussion-
And even then, it's a 50-50.
It's a discussion between Dilbert and Catbert.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So
Now
I'm going
Catbert has to have a normal voice.
I'm just going to give
Yeah.
him a normal voice, like
Yeah.
a slightly like radio-ified voice.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
So here we go. The first question on the employee survey is, do you feel like you are valued and treated with respect and dignity? Well, let me put it this way. You know how sometimes you step in something gross and then you have to wipe it off on your shoe with a paper towel? So you feel like the paper towel? No, the paper towel has a purpose. So you feel like the gross stuff on the shoe? No, the gross stuff gets to leave. I feel like a shoe that has gross stuff on the bottom and a sweaty foot shoved all the way to the end of its sole. I'll leave this one blank. Because my opinion doesn't matter?
In a vagina!
In a vagina!
They should all
That
end
was
with
good.
that.
That was good. That was good.
That's pretty entertaining.
We'll do something like that.
We'll figure it out.
Boy, what a perfect thing to bring up at the end of this podcast. Completely.
A whole brand new series.
Yeah. Shit.
So,
Yeah,
should I
exactly.
talk? Let's talk about how I almost died yesterday.
Go for it.
Oh, no!
It was fucking terrifying.
Oh, well.
So, I noticed yesterday that my left front tire was kind of low. I almost said low on gas.
One guess.
So there's your first problem.
it was just leaking gas everywhere. It smelled good. So, I didn't know how to fill my tires. I don't know how to car.
Really?
Yeah. So my dad was like, "Well, we can go to Bigger Staff's, the gas station in Hunterstown,
Oh,
on the
okay,
highway.
yeah.
We can go there. They have a free air pump." So I said, "Okay." So he went along with me to show me, and we leave the driveway and put my car in drive. Everything seems normal.
My hands are... It just worked out that way.
Everything
I
was
kind of have
normal.
my hands, like, in between my knees.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm just kind of moving it. It's just...
That's kind of like how yesterday I fell on Tara.
Does this sum up this podcast pretty
And
nicely?
it made a fart sound and it was funny.
Erica's telling a story about how she got air in her tires at some shitty-ass gas station, and the rest of us are making fart noises.
I do this all day, pal.
152 episodes of this.
No, me going down the road is your hands.
Oh, that's your tire with gas in it? Yeah. I'm just adding to the story.
Anyway,
it's
so-
like how NPR adds background noises to when some twat's telling a story no one cares about. They have to make it interesting somehow.
So, you know at the end of my road there's kind of that sharp turn?
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, there's a sharp turn at the end of my road.
We're all caught up now.
Self-explanatory.
I went to apply my brakes to go around the turn. My brakes didn't work.
Oh.
I went around the turn okay because I slowed down enough, and I'm coming up to the stop sign. I'm like, Dad, I can't stop my car. Dad, can't stop car. So I kept going. Luckily, I was going right.
Yes.
And I'm just like, ah!
That's actually happened to me before.
I know. And
Whoa.
I'm driving along. I'm like, help! And then we come around, and I'm like, luckily we were going on Table Rock Road where that split is. So
Oh,
either
yeah.
way, you don't have to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just go straight. I don't know what to do. So Dad's like, put on your brakes. I'm like, I am. And it was still like, la, 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 la. So my dad's like putting it in low gear. And, my dad puts it in low gear and low 2 and all that. And then finally he's like, I'm going to put it in park. So he puts it in park, and it sounds like my engine's just... It was like I was revving my car, but it was in park.
Right.
So I stop out in the front of someone's house, turn off the car. My dad looks under the hood, and he's like, I don't know. I don't know. So then he's like, well,
Let's go again.
Let me get behind the
Let's
wheel,
do it again.
and I'll try driving. So he turned it on, and it was still revving. He took it out of park, and it seemed normal for a little bit. So we turned around the guy's driveway that we were parked out in front of, and we came back. We were able to stop at the stop sign, sort of. And then we kept going, and Dad's like, yep, it's doing it again. So luckily, when we got to my road, there was no one coming. And we were able to make the left turn. We pulled up in my driveway about halfway because we didn't want to, keep going, run to the fucking house. So we turned off the car. My dad's like, I'm going to look online, see if there's anything we need to do. Because if it could be expensive, if it's other stuff.
Expensive.
So he goes in and he looks up stuff online and he typed in exactly what was going on because it made no sense. If I didn't have any brakes, why was my car revving and doing weird stuff?
Yeah.
So he's like, I think I may know the problem. So he goes outside, lifts the hood, and he comes in about 5 minutes later. He's like, I fixed the problem. What'd you do? He's like, you know how the hoses have those little metal...
I hit it with a hammer.
I beat your car up and set it on fire.
Now, you might not have a car anymore, but
it
does stop.
Good news, we got a new lawn ornament. Bad news is, it's your car.
You can't drive it anymore. It just won't go.
I just elbowed it like Fonzie.
Yeah.
Hey.
But you know how for hoses...
Starts playing music. Oh, that's not right.
The hoses have like those metal pieces that wrap around and grip, and then you have the piece that you twist.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain cars. Well, what my dad thinks happened was when I got my new radiator, there were clips that were attached to the old hoses. They think that maybe when they were taking the old one out, part of one of those clips broke and the metal piece just kind of went flying into my car somewhere. And they didn't see where it went and they just figured, well, it fell down.
Oh, it's fine.
Well, it was just a little metal piece
it's
from
not
that
life-threatening.
From that strap. Well, that little piece...
By the way, don't go downhill. You can't stop.
Yeah, somehow got wedged into my throttle.
Ooh.
And was preventing my car. The brakes were working, just my car couldn't recognize it and kept it in drive no matter what. And that's why when I put it in park, it revved itself.
Yeah.
So all it was this little tiny piece of metal that wedged itself.
Yeah.
If I would have taken it to... I was going to have it, like, towed to the car place. They'd be like, oh, here's $5,000. And all we did was move a piece of metal.
That's how they do.
And
that's how that works.
All that was wrong. So then we went to the gas station to fill my tire, and my car was completely back to normal.
Nice.
That morning, I drove my car up to my grandma's to exercise and drive back. Nothing was wrong with it. So, between that 2-hour span of time, from 9 to 11, when I went to leave to fill up my tire, that little piece of metal was just like... It was like,
There you go.
There it is.
Run it back, what a genius.
And then when I go to brake, it's going... The brakes are That's how it felt.
I had a similar experience once.
I know that story with your old car.
With my old car.
Or just yeah.
How sometimes if you hit the brakes too hard, the engine would shut off.
Yeah.
That's a little.
I still have no idea how that works.
Yeah.
It might have had something to do with the transmission.
Probably.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I was up at the top of a hill on some road, and I was turning, and I hit the brakes because somebody in front of me was braking pretty hard. And when I hit the brakes,
you stopped.
Well, I didn't. I hit the brakes, and the engine went nope.
Yeah.
And locked the brakes.
Well, that's what I mean. You stopped. Oh, you mean you couldn't?
I couldn't stop.
Oh, never mind.
I went halfway down the hill before I stopped.
Shit.
Hell.
I had to turn. I had to put it in park, turn off the engine, turn it back on.
Yeah.
And then I could go.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But I almost called AAA because I had no idea what was happening. I couldn't brake.
Yeah.
I had to put it in park in order for it to stop.
That is terrifying.
That was
Yes.
what we had to do with my car.
And that-
where we turned it off, it just smelled like my car was on fire because the brake pads were like, "What's going on?"
What's going on?
What's going on? Well,
Someone popped.
do we want to end it here?
I was gonna say
we
before
get
we
to-
end, since this is the last episode, I want to hit 2 more things.
Yes.
I want everybody to go around and talk about their favorite.
I was going to
GroupCast
say
moment.
save that for the post show.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, the other thing I wanted to mention was what we're doing next.
Yes.
Our
Let's
next-
talk about that.
the
'Cause
next
I'm
venture.
excited.
What's going on?
Let's get down
I'm
to brass
excited.
tacks.
He's squishing a lot of
I
mini
completely forgot
marshmallows.
about doing a post show. I don't know why I forgot that.
Yeah.
We're doing
found that hilarious.
Erica, we're doing post
Why
shows
caught me
now.
off
Did you know that?
What? I missed it.
Yeah.
He's just squishing a lot of mini marshmallows.
It's the little hot chocolate marshmallows that are stale, so they go.
Yeah, they don't go. They go. Yeah. So, we're ending this podcast to start a much better podcast.
Goodbye.
That's
Bye,
the
guys.
plan, anyway.
Goodbye.
There was a day about a month and a half ago.
Yeah, something like that.
There was a day yesterday too.
There were
It's also gonna be a
four
day
of
tomorrow.
us. She's right. There was a day about a month and a half ago where it was Casey, it was Amber, it was Rolls, and it was myself.
Forgot that one.
Yeah, I couldn't remember who else was there. We went after a comedy show. We went to a diner on 15, and we sat down. And before we even got there, we're like, we should improve the podcast.
Yep.
And I thought, what if we just started over?
When you gave it as a suggestion, I was like, why don't we actually do that?
Yeah, because when you think about it, the evolution that this podcast has had since episode 1 to episode now,
152.
that's a tremendous. It's
been such a
it's a
huge
roller
change.
coaster of both emotions and people
And drama.
and technological advancement.
So in the past year, we've only done like 52 episodes because
Probably.
the 100th was in February.
Was it?
It was
Like
sometime in
like
winter.
in the beginning. It was a couple
Good
weeks. Wasn't it the week after we
suck.
filmed?
We suck.
I think it was the week after we had filmed that thing at
Something
your
like
house.
that.
Yeah,
No,
no, we're
that
terrible
was,
people.
No, that was episode 113
Man, that escalated
or
quickly.
something like that.
Yeah.
The filming?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Well, it's one thing that we're actually going to be remedying when we start over again is that we will never, ever miss a week of posting.
And if nobody is able to like arrive at one place, we'll just do a Discord call or something.
A Skype or whatever.
I don't trust Skype anymore. Discord,
Don't you?
Discord's where it's at.
Oh.
Never
It's
heard of
way
it.
better.
And if
I've
even
never
that
heard of
doesn't
that.
work,
It's-
I'll just sit down in front of my mic and talk for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
There will be something every fucking week. That's all there is to it.
What about during your student teaching?
Well, I'll have free weekends.
Yeah,
I'll
unless you're going to be busy doing lesson planning and stuff. You
Well,
never know what'll be entailed.
If I
This
do
is
that,
another
then-
thing.
If I do
You
that,
don't have to be on
I
every
don't have to be
episode.
on every episode. We're trying to make this so everybody can handle it,
Yeah.
not
It's
just me.
it's
Okay.
going to be tough.
And I'll see what I can do if I get that permanent job. I don't know what'll be going on then.
Yeah,
have
we'll
to
see how things go.
It's going to be tough, and we're asking for the people who we know we can count on the most often. So it's going to be most people from the group, and not everybody.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's so for the listeners who are just failing on this because we didn't talk about this before.
Hi, guys.
It's going to be almost the same thing,
It's
Yes.
gonna be
except
huge!
boss,
we're going to be
same as the old
good
boss.
people.
Right. It's gonna be huge.
That's going to be huge. I'm going to be president.
Huge!
I can finally buy a wig.
Finally,
So,
there
what
was
else?
a nice
What
gold
else about this do we want to mention?
We're going to start with just the podcast. Do we want to say what the podcast is called?
Well, yeah, of course.
Podcast
It's called Castpod.
is called it's called Homeschool Rocket Science.
Yes. And I think what we're gonna do is, so don't like unsub to any of our stuff because the first like couple episodes we'll also be putting on our channels just so people will
Yeah.
kind of catch on to it, and
Yep.
any fans that we've had previously will know when we've started and be able to jump this ship to the other ship.
Right.
So,
That's
but
a
we're
lot
gonna
of ships.
we're gonna continue Game Boy Roulette
Yep.
because that's a fun
The
series.
thing that I propose that I think we should do
Yeah.
is start with just the podcast.
Yeah,
Once
it's
we've
gonna
gotten
be-
into that,
yeah.
we'll add something else, and then add something else, and so we'll
as
have-
we can have, as we know
Yeah.
we've got regular,
and we plan
uploading
on
schedules.
being
Right.
extremely efficient with putting stuff on different platforms.
Oh
We
yeah,
have a whole plan for that. So,
we sat in that diner for maybe 2 hours
oh yeah.
at least.
And there was a guy who brought an entire desktop with him.
Yeah, there was a guy in
Really?
the booth like behind us who was doing, I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but as we
Business.
got up to leave, he was like, well, I don't know what you guys are doing, but it sounds really professional, and I'm all in. Well, we don't know you, but cool. Thanks. Nice. Awesome.
That was like a good omen.
Wait, desktop as in a monitor and the computer and.
Oh, I think he
mouse
just had a
and
laptop
keyboard.
and some other stuff.
Okay, now I pictured a whole fucking desk.
Oh, yeah.
set.
Yeah, he came in with a cabinet and shit, and a set,
That's what
everything.
I'm picturing. I'm like,
It was all
what the
fancy.
fuck?
He brought his own Wi-Fi.
That was a pretty big confidence boost.
I know,
with
right?
that.
We walked out of that place being very hopeful.
Yep.
It took us forever to get a name.
Hopeful for
It
the
did.
future.
And the unfortunate thing that didn't work out was when we were at AGDQ, we were going to record an episode of this podcast with Ray Narvaez from
Yeah.
Achievement Hunter and now Twitch as Brown Man, but we never got a chance to do the
Yeah,
podcast
he was
with him,
busy
unfortunately.
pretty much the entire
Yeah.
time, and I don't blame him.
No, absolutely. Oh, yeah, absolutely not. But that was going to be episode 2, basically, to try and get as many people in as possible.
But it's all right.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's going to be awesome. We're going to do... We need, like, a logo and stuff yet, but I've got a thought on that.
I gotta
But-
make the theme song.
We've really worked on, like... We really hammered out every aspect
Yep.
as well as we could.
And you'll have to bear with us as we get things started because it may not be perfect when we start.
Yeah.
But we'll get it together as
Yeah.
we go.
It's going to be like a month or something like that. I think we're going to take a break for a little while. And
Oh, you think?
I think so, to make sure that we have everything in line.
I think that would be a
You
smart
just get
idea.
everything
Yeah.
together before you actually jump into
Oh
it.
yeah,
that way.
absolutely. That's one of the best advice for things like this that I've heard was from Jeff Ramsey of Achievement Hunter Rooster Teeth, where he said, when you're making a new thing, do like 6 of them before you put anything out, so you get it down. You know?
Okay.
And I don't expect us to do 6 podcasts before we put them out.
No,
but I'm
especially
just
since
saying,
we like to stay topical.
it's kind of a
Gotta be ointment.
Yes.
yes.
We will be the ointment of the internet.
The ointment of the internet.
Yeah.
That's our tag.
Yes.
But it's kind of a thing where you figure out what you're doing before you start putting them out, you know? We were going to do that with Game Boy Roulette, but I loved them too much to not put them out.
Can I just ask something extremely random that has nothing to do with this?
Well, it wouldn't be you otherwise.
How can
Yeah.
how can Ted Cruz be running for president when he was born in Canada?
I think that's something that's going to come up if he gets...
Because
he
that
gets
you
bigger
cannot
primaries,
be
which he
president
won't.
if you were not born in the United States. That's
Yeah.
the law.
Yeah.
Then how is he running?
He won't get past the
Because
primary.
Obama...
Obama.
Obama did it, so can we.
Obama.
God damn it.
What's
But it's
so-
going to be cool. It's homeschool rocket science. What else do we need to say? Did we say everything? We rambled for a while.
It's really, well, the end all and beat all of it is that it's basically the same podcast, just better.
Yeah, we're going to improve, and we thought the best way to do that was to kind of just hit a reset button. Because mostly also, I think, and I don't think I mentioned this, but I think it's also because we're up to 152 episodes.
Yeah.
We don't have all those episodes. People
Yeah,
who
we
want to
don't.
go back and listen to those other episodes, they might not be able to do it. Also, it's not this.
Right.
What we had before is not
Is
this.
not even close to this. The only person who is the same from that episode is me.
Yeah.
And we
Yep.
had 7 people on, and I think I talked to one of those people.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Did I tell you what the dumbest thing that you guys ever did was back in the long time ago?
I bet I can
In
get
the
I bet
long-
I
in
might
the
know
long,
it is,
long
but go
ago.
ahead.
Go ahead. No, you say what you think it is, and I'll tell you if you're right.
I would guess it was the bio show from
What the hell is that?
where we asked our own questions to each other.
No.
What?
I do not remember that.
Okay, what was the dumb thing?
The dumb thing was the first time you guys decided to do a video podcast by just putting a camera on a lazy
That's
Susan.
what it was. That's what
and
that was.
fucking spinning this bitch.
No, that's what that was.
That's what that was?
the bio show.
That was stupid.
But I was not in charge then.
Right.
Can we
yeah.
put a video of a cat trying to jump into a hammock in the LYNX?
Yes.
This is hilarious.
All the time.
It's a
Of
big
course.
fluffy cat and can't
Video
get
of
in
the
this
dude jumping
hammock.
into the snow.
I love that video.
Oh, did you ever see the video of the guy who tries to cannonball into the
That's
the
what
lake
I-
that's covered in ice? I think
Wow.
he's a German or something like that, and he's gonna break. His idea is just cannonball to break through the ice, and he doesn't.
Beautiful.
And the only thing that you hear after he hits is just like a and just, mine ass, or something like that.
What about the
And
news?
it's-
What about the news? What about the news guy that drove his from
Norway.
Norway. Norway. Yes.
That's a
Yeah, there you
He
go.
was Norwegian.
from
that's what I was thinking.
Norwegia. Yeah.
Norwegia. He parked his car on the ice to talk, and the lake just ate his car, and then in Swedish or something. He was like,
Oh shit.
Wait, the leg
Can we
just
get-
ate his car?
I just had
the lake ate his car.
Oh, the lake.
I just
Okay.
had an
What'd you think I
invention.
said?
Yes,
I
the
thought you said
leg.
leg.
The leg.
I
The
just- I had
leg
leg.
ate his
Erica, I just
car.
came up with a
Wait.
great invention. The Norwegian board. Ja, no.
Ouija is a combination of French yes and German yes.
Yeah.
Ouija.
Oh, interesting.
So it should
Okay.
be Ouija, but we said Ouija.
We fucked that word up so bad.
We just fuck any other language up. We even fuck American up.
We do.
This Vine.
I
We
like
can't,
it,
and
but I
we
love-
can't language.
I
think
love
we've
the
moved on from
Norwegian
that.
Yeah, I
board.
think so too.
We need to make that as like
Casey,
a
I'm
prop.
gonna tag your
I like
name
that.
in the comments
I like
on
that.
this
Okay.
video so you can.
Talk about the Vine. It's funny.
Okay, so
So last
kind of
thing.
on the thing with like the cannonball into the lake.
Yeah.
There was this guy who ran up and tried to cannonball into this huge snowbank, but it wasn't fluffy snow. So he just runs, jumps,
Fluffy
and
snow,
sticks. And you see this little.
fluffy snow.
Then it pans to his friends who are losing their
Of
shit.
course.
It's
Of
like,
course
it's
they
like,
are.
It's like he jumps in and just sits.
Like he doesn't change at all. He's just.
Shit.
He just hit.
Fluffy snow, fluffy snow.
Whoa. Okay, so let's end off this.
Well, GroupCast was fun
Yep.
from beginning to end.
I've only been.
Bye.
It was a little rough, I guess, but it was still pretty cool.
Oh, fuck.
See what
It's going up.
Good lord.
I'm coming up.
Help.
Record it. Okay, cut it. Cut this shit. End it.
Bye
Casey,
forever.
say your ending line.
Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Fuck
night.
you all.
Good luck.
Done.
We
Nailed it.
Nailed it. So how's Clamber doing these days?
Mess.
Why is
Really?
she a mess?
Oh, for God knows how many reasons.
Because
Is she
The-
still hitting on Wes?
the universe is
No, but
bearing
she did
down on
fuck
her.
Wes.
When did this happen?
Oh,
Thanksgiving?
while she was dating Dan.